What if the power to silence a raging mind in an instant is not a myth but a lost art? What if you could possess a set of ancient mental tricks to command calm, even in the midst of total chaos? This art is real, and it is the key to an unshakable life. 7 Stoic Tricks to Calm Instantly. Stoicism, compiled and published by Stoic Power. Lesson 1. Inner stillness amid outer chaos. Imagine the very center of a furious hurricane, the eye of the storm. Inside this vortex, there is an eerie and profound stillness, a place of perfect calm, while just beyond its edge, the world is being torn apart by chaotic winds. This is the first secret of the calm mind. It learns to become the eye of its own storm. For most of us, however, our inner world is not the calm center. It is the storm itself. We live in a state of constant inner conflict, where the chaos of the outer world, the relentless notifications, the urgent demands, the ceaseless noise, whips our minds into a frenzy of anxiety and stress, leaving us feeling overwhelmed and powerless. The fundamental problem is that we mistakenly believe our inner state must reflect our outer circumstances. We think that to have inner peace, the world around us must first be peaceful, a condition that is rarely, if ever, met. This leaves us perpetually at the mercy of our environment, our tranquility shattered by the slightest disturbance. The transformative solution is the first Stoic trick. The conscious cultivation of inner stillness, completely independent of outer chaos. It is the practice of building your own internal eye of the storm, a sanctuary of peace you can access at any moment. The core idea, drawn from the deepest wells of Stoic wisdom, is that your mind is the only thing you truly have control over. Peace is not an external condition you find, but an internal state you create. By focusing on generating this inner stillness, the outer chaos loses its power to affect you, becoming nothing more than weather passing by your unshakable center. To begin building this inner sanctuary, you must practice the art of intentional stillness. The first actionable step is to schedule 5 minutes of doing nothing each day. Sit in a chair without your phone or any distractions, and simply be present. Notice your breath, notice the room, but do not engage with the frantic chatter of your mind. The second step is to use chaos as your cue. When your day becomes noisy and overwhelming, use that as a trigger to take just 3 slow, deliberate breaths, returning your focus to your calm center. The third step is to curate your sensory input, consciously choosing to reduce your exposure to the news and social media that fuel your inner storm. The benefit of this practice is a profound sense of groundedness and control. You will begin to feel like the eye of the storm rather than the debris caught in it. Your anxiety will decrease, your clarity will increase, and you will be able to navigate your day from a place of quiet strength. Your call to action is to try the 3-breath technique today. The very next time you feel overwhelmed, stop. Inhale slowly, exhale completely. Repeat 3 times. Feel the instant shift from chaos to calm. This inner stillness is the foundation. But to protect it, you must learn to intercept the emotional reactions that threaten to shatter it. This leads us to the next crucial trick, the power of the strategic pause. If you are ready to find your inner stillness, please support our mission by liking this video and subscribing to Stoic Power. Lesson 2. Pause before you react. Picture a master swordsman in a duel. He does not swing his blade wildly or react to every feint from his opponent. Instead, he maintains a state of perfect, poised readiness. He waits, he observes, and he creates a small, almost imperceptible pause between his opponent's move and his own devastatingly effective counterstrike. In that tiny sliver of time, victory is found. This is the power of the pause. So many of us, however, live without this power. We exist in a state of inner conflict, where an external event, a provocative comment, an unexpected problem, a frustrating delay, instantly triggers an automatic, unthinking reaction. We lash out in anger, we sink in despair, we fire off a regrettable email, all without a moment of conscious thought. This habit of instant reaction is a critical problem because it makes us slaves to circumstance. When there is no space between stimulus and response, you have no freedom. You are a puppet, and the world is pulling your strings. This leads to broken relationships, poor decisions, and a life of constant, exhausting emotional firefighting. The transformative solution is the second Stoic trick, the disciplined and intentional habit of creating a pause before you react. It is the art of creating a space for wisdom to enter before your initial impulse takes control. The core idea, central to Stoic teachings on self-mastery, is that the space between stimulus and response is where our greatest human power resides. In that space, we have the freedom to choose our response. The untrained mind collapses this space to zero, reacting instantly. The Stoic mind learns to expand this space, even for just a second, to allow for a choice that is aligned with reason and virtue. To master the sacred pause, you must practice it deliberately. The first actionable step is to make a simple commitment. You will not respond to any significant emotional trigger for at least 3 seconds. Whether it's an email, a comment, or an event, you will grant yourself this small buffer. The second step is to use that pause to take one conscious breath. This action breaks the spell of the automatic reaction and brings your rational mind back online. The third step is to ask one simple question in that pause. What would my best self do right now? This question reframes the situation from a reaction to a choice. By consistently practicing the pause, you will take back control of your life. You will stop being a reactive creature and start becoming a deliberate creator of your experiences. You will save yourself from countless regrets, and you will earn a reputation for being level-headed, wise, and in control, which is a source of immense inner strength. Your call to action is to put a rubber band on your wrist. For the next week, every time you feel yourself about to have an instant emotional reaction, gently snap the rubber band. Let that small sting be your physical reminder to pause, breathe, and choose. The pause gives you a moment of freedom. But what should you do in that moment? The next trick teaches us how to use that pause not just to stop a bad reaction, but to gain a profound and calming insight. We will now explore the art of observing without judgment. We invite you to comment below with one situation where you will commit to using the pause this week. Lesson 3. Observe without judgment. Imagine a scientist peering through a microscope at a complex organism. The scientist's goal is not to get angry at the organism for its behavior, or to be disappointed in it, or to wish it were different. The goal is pure, objective observation. She notes its movements, its characteristics, its reactions, all without emotional judgment, because it is only through this clear seeing that she can truly understand it. This is the third Stoic trick, learning to observe your own thoughts and emotions with the cool, detached curiosity of a scientist. For most of us, this is the opposite of our experience. We are in a state of inner conflict, completely fused with our own mental and emotional states. When an angry thought arises, we are anger. When a wave of anxiety hits, we are anxiety. We judge these inner events as bad or wrong, and then judge ourselves for having them. This fusion with our own inner world is a massive problem. When you believe you are your emotions, you have no power over them. You are swept away by every inner current. Furthermore, by judging our inner states as bad, we create a secondary layer of suffering. We feel anxious, and then we feel anxious about feeling anxious. This internal battle is exhausting and is the source of most of our psychological distress. The transformative solution is to create a separation between you, the observer, and your thoughts and feelings, the observed. It is the practice of non-judgmental observation, of treating your inner world like a scientist treats a specimen, with curiosity, objectivity, and a desire to understand. This trick is based on the Stoic discipline of assent, the idea that thoughts and impressions are not reality, they are just events in the mind. You do not have to believe them or identify with them. You can simply notice them. This ancient wisdom feels profoundly modern, as it is the very foundation of mindfulness-based therapies. It gives us the power to step out of the river of our thoughts and sit peacefully on the bank, watching it flow by. To cultivate this observer self, you must practice mental noting. The first actionable step is, during your pause, to simply label what you are experiencing. Silently say to yourself, this is the thought that I'm going to fail, or this is the feeling of anger in my chest. This act of labeling immediately creates separation. The second step is to get curious. Instead of fighting the feeling, investigate it. What does this anxiety actually feel like in my body? Where is it located? Is it moving or still? The third step is to let it be. You don't have to fix it or get rid of it. Just allow it to be there, like a cloud in the sky, knowing that you are the sky, not the cloud. The benefits of this practice are life-changing. By observing without judgment, you rob negative thoughts and emotions of their power. They cease to be terrifying monsters and become simply passing inner weather. This creates a profound sense of inner space and peace, a calm that cannot be disturbed because you are no longer identifying with the disturbance. Your motivational exercise for this week is to become a mental weather reporter. Twice a day, take 60 seconds to check in with your inner world. Silently report the weather. Currently, there's a front of frustration moving in, with scattered thoughts of impatience. Report it calmly and without judgment, just like a meteorologist. Observing your inner world gives you power over it. This leads directly to the next trick, which is the cornerstone of all Stoic practice, learning to focus your energy exclusively on what you can truly control. If you're ready to become the calm observer of your mind, please like this video and subscribe to Stoic Power to continue your training. Lesson 4. Control what you can picture. The captain of a sailing ship caught in a storm. He knows he cannot control the howling wind, the towering waves, or the driving rain. To even try would be madness. But he also knows there are things he absolutely can control: the angle of the rudder, the trim of the sails, and the actions of his crew. By focusing all of his energy on these few critical things, he can safely navigate the storm that he cannot command. This is the fourth and most fundamental Stoic trick, the dichotomy of control. Most of us, however, spend our lives in a state of inner conflict, trying to do the opposite. We exhaust ourselves by trying to control the uncontrollable. We worry endlessly about what others think of us. We get angry at the traffic. We rage against a past we cannot change, and we fret about a future we cannot predict. This is the central problem of human unhappiness. By investing our precious mental and emotional energy in things that are fundamentally outside of our control, we guarantee ourselves a life of frustration, anxiety, and powerlessness. We are like a captain who abandons the rudder to shout at the wind. It is a futile and self-defeating strategy. The transformative solution is a simple but profound mental sorting exercise. Before reacting to any situation, you must ask yourself the most important question in all of Stoicism. Is this within my control or outside of my control? This single question is the key to unlocking a life of calm and effective action. The core idea is that the only things truly within our control are our own thoughts, judgments, and actions, our inner world. Everything else, the actions of others, our health, our reputation, the events of the world, are outside of our control. The Stoic trick is to radically accept this reality and to focus our energy exclusively on our own domain. This ancient practice is a recipe for instant calm, because it frees us from the impossible burden of trying to manage the entire universe. To apply this powerful trick, you must make it a constant habit. The first actionable step is to make a mental list at the start of each day. Today, I will focus only on being a good colleague, on doing my work with excellence, on being patient with my family. I will not waste energy on whether I get praised, on whether the commute is easy, or on what is on the news. The second step is to use this as a diagnostic tool for anxiety. When you feel anxious or angry, pause and ask, what am I trying to control right now that is actually outside of my control? This will almost always reveal the source of your distress. The third step is to consciously redirect your focus back to a constructive action that is within your power. The benefit of this practice is a massive surge in your sense of power and a dramatic decrease in your stress levels. You stop being a victim of life and become the calm, effective captain of your own ship. You can navigate any storm with grace because you are focused only on steering your own vessel. Your call to action is to draw a circle on a piece of paper. Inside the circle, write down the things you can control about a current problem in your life. Outside the circle, write down the things you cannot. Now, Resolve to spend 100% of your energy for the rest of the day only on the things inside that circle. This practice of focusing on what you control helps you manage the practical aspects of life. But what about the overwhelming power of emotional storms themselves? We must now learn the trick of detaching from them so they can rage without harming us. Please take a moment to comment with one thing you will stop trying to control this week. Lesson 5. Detach from emotional storms. Imagine you are standing on the peak of a high mountain, looking down into a valley below. In the valley, a fierce thunderstorm is raging. You can see the dark clouds, the flashes of lightning, and the sheets of rain. You can observe the storm's power and intensity, but because you are on the high ground, you are not touched by it. You are not wet, you are not in danger. You are simply a detached observer of the meteorological event. This is the fifth Stoic trick, learning to climb to a higher vantage point in your own mind, from which you can detach from and observe your own emotional storms. For most people, this is not their experience. We are in a constant inner conflict, not standing on the mountain, but trapped in the valley. When a storm of anger, sadness, or jealousy hits, we are in the middle of it, completely consumed, soaked by the rain and terrified by the lightning. This inability to detach is a critical problem because it means our emotional storms have the power to destroy our entire landscape. When we are consumed by an emotion, it dictates our every thought and action. We say and do destructive things. We make terrible decisions, and we lose all perspective. We are no longer a person experiencing a storm. We become the storm itself. The transformative solution is to practice the art of mental ascent. It is the trick of using your imagination and reason to climb the mountain in your own mind, creating a space of detachment from even the most intense feelings. This trick is based on the Stoic practice known as the view from above. The ancient philosophers taught that by zooming out and seeing our problems from a vast cosmic perspective, we can shrink their emotional significance. When you see your anger or your fear from the perspective of a mountain, or even from the perspective of the stars, you realize how small and temporary it truly is. To practice this art of detachment, you must engage your higher mind. The first actionable step is to personify the emotion. Give your anger or anxiety a name and a shape. See it as a separate character, a visitor in your mind, rather than the core of who you are. The second step is to physically create distance. When feeling overwhelmed, get up and move to a different room, or better yet, go outside and look at the sky. This physical shift helps create a mental shift. The third step is to engage your rational mind. Start asking objective questions about the storm. How long has this storm been here? Will it last forever? What will things be like after it passes? The benefits of this practice are immense. You will develop the ability to endure even the most powerful emotional storms without being broken by them. You will retain your ability to think clearly and act wisely, even when your heart is turbulent. This creates a profound sense of resilience and self-trust. You are no longer afraid of your own feelings, because you know you are the mountain, not the storm. Your motivational practice is to use the sky as your teacher. The next time you feel an emotional storm brewing, go outside or look out a window and watch the clouds. Notice how they are constantly moving and changing, while the vast sky that holds them remains constant and unaffected. Remind yourself, I am the sky, not the cloud. Detaching from the storm is a powerful skill. But to find true, lasting calm, we must go one step further. We must learn not just to endure reality, but to accept it, and then to choose our response. This is the next crucial trick. If you're committed to rising above your emotional storms, please subscribe to Stoic Power for more empowering strategies. Lesson 6. Accept reality, then choose calm. Picture a great river flowing on its long journey to the sea. In its path, it encounters a massive, unmovable boulder. The river does not waste its energy trying to smash the boulder. It does not rage against the injustice of the obstacle. It simply accepts the reality of the boulder's presence. And then, with perfect calm, it flows around it, continuing on its inevitable path, its power undiminished. This is the sixth Stoic trick, a two-step process for generating calm in any situation. First, accept reality, and second, choose your response. Most of us are locked in an inner conflict where we do the exact opposite. When we encounter an undesirable reality, a setback, a difficult person, an unfortunate event, we refuse to accept it. We argue with reality in our minds, wishing it were different, complaining about its unfairness. This habit of arguing with what is the primary source of our own suffering. The problem is that reality always wins the argument. The past cannot be changed, and the present moment is already here. By wasting our energy fighting what has already happened or what is currently happening, we inflict a second wound upon ourselves. The first wound is the event. The second, self-inflicted wound is our stressful, futile resistance to the event. The transformative solution is to adopt the mindset of the river. It is the trick of radically accepting the present moment exactly as it is, without judgment or resistance. It is only from this place of acceptance that we have the power to make a calm, wise choice about what to do next. The core idea behind this is the Stoic concept of amor fati, a love of one's fate. This does not mean you have to be happy about a tragedy. It means you must accept that it is now a part of your reality, and your job is not to wish it away, but to find the wisest and most virtuous path forward from that reality. Calm is not possible when you are at war with what is. Calm is a choice that becomes available only after you have made peace with reality. To practice this two-step trick, you must train your mind in acceptance. The first actionable step is to use the phrase, "It is what it is." When faced with an unchangeable fact, say this to yourself. It is not a phrase of resignation, but of powerful acceptance. It stops the mental argument in its tracks. The second step, once you have accepted the reality, is to ask the question, given that this is the situation, what is the most rational and useful response I can choose? This shifts your brain from complaining mode to problem-solving mode. The third step is to focus only on that chosen response, letting go of the part you cannot change. The benefit of this habit is the ability to generate calm and purpose in even the most difficult circumstances. You stop being a victim of your past and present and become the calm, creative architect of your future. You conserve all the energy you once wasted fighting reality and can now use it to build a better life. Your call to action is to apply this to a small annoyance today. The next time you're stuck in traffic or a long line, instead of getting frustrated, take a breath and say to yourself, "It is what it is." Then, consciously choose a calm response, like listening to a podcast or simply enjoying the moment of forced stillness. These 6 tricks are powerful tools for finding calm at any given moment. But the final trick is not about what you do in a moment of crisis. It is about the daily work you do to become a person who is no longer easily shaken. We must now learn how to build an unshakable mental fortress. Please like this video and share it if you believe in the power of accepting reality. Lesson 7. Build unshakable mental fortress. Imagine a great fortress standing on a high hill. Its walls are thick, its gates are strong, and its watchtowers are always manned. This fortress was not built in a day. It was constructed stone by stone, day by day, through years of disciplined labor. It is unshakable not by chance, but by design. This fortress is your mind, and the final Stoic trick is the understanding that instant calm is ultimately the result of daily practice. Many of us find ourselves in an inner conflict where we wish we had more mental strength and resilience, but we only think about it when we are already under attack. We want the strong fortress, but we neglect the daily work of building and maintaining it. The problem with this approach is that a fortress cannot be built in the middle of a battle. If you only try to be calm and resilient when you are already overwhelmed, you will almost certainly fail. Mental and emotional strength, like physical strength, is the result of consistent training over time, not a switch you can flip in a moment of crisis. The transformative solution is to see yourself as the builder of your own mental fortress. It is the habit of engaging in small, daily practices that systematically increase your baseline level of calm, resilience, and self-control, so that when the storms of life inevitably arrive, your defenses are already strong. This is the ultimate core idea of a practical philosophy like Stoicism. It is a way of life, not a mere collection of emergency remedies. An unshakable mind isn't found, it's forged. The daily, disciplined practice, the ascesis, is what prepares you for life's great tests. By laying one stone each day, you build a character that becomes a source of its own peace and strength. The actionable steps for building your fortress are the consistent application of all the previous tricks. The first stone is a daily journaling practice. Spend 5 minutes writing down your thoughts, observing them without judgment, and reflecting on what you can and cannot control. The second stone is voluntary hardship. Once a week, choose a small voluntary discomfort, like taking a cold shower or fasting for a short period, to temper your will and practice detachment. The third stone is the study of wisdom. Spend a few minutes each day reading from the Stoics or other great thinkers to reinforce the principles of a well-lived life. The benefits of this final habit are the ultimate prize. You become an unshakable person. Your sense of calm is no longer a fleeting state you have to trick yourself into, but your natural way of being. You develop an unshakable confidence that you can handle whatever life throws at you because you have diligently built the strength to do so. Your final call to action is to choose your first stone. Of all the practices discussed in this video, which one will you commit to as a small daily habit for the next 30 days? This commitment is the first step in building a fortress that will protect you for a lifetime. By integrating these 7 Stoic tricks, you move from merely coping with life to mastering it, building a mind so calm and resilient that it becomes a source of power and peace for you and everyone around you. Instant calm is not magic, it is a skill. Through the Stoic tricks of pausing, observing, detaching, and accepting, you can silence the noise of any moment. By practicing these daily, you build an unshakable mental fortress, becoming the calm, steady center of your own life. Thank you for taking the time to learn these ancient and powerful techniques. If this video has brought you value, please like, comment with the trick you will practice first, and subscribe to the Stoic Power channel for more wisdom on building an indestructible life.